Ahoy, ahoy. This is Mr. Rice, and I today am going to explain in MakeCode Arcade how to use extensions. Specifically, we're going to use the darts extension to create a launching bird motion to make like an Angry Birds type of game. So let's get right into how to do that. Okay, so we're going to open a new project. We're going to call this problem throw a bird. Okay. Create a new project here. I'm going to switch over to a JavaScript mode, just for my preference. You can do this in blocks. It works either way. Alrighty, so we're in JavaScript mode now. To add some extensions to your project, if these are not enough tools for you, go ahead and click on Advanced. And then we're going to scroll down to Extensions. Now you see there are lots of extensions you can pick from, like animation extensions, storyboard extensions, a corgi extension. We're going to click the darts extension. So what this does is you'll notice it adds a tool to my toolbox called darts. And inside of darts are a whole bunch of functions specifically related to a dart projectile sprite, basically. So we are going to add a dart. Let's create a dart of image kind like so. This is just like making a sprite, you'll notice. You get the little palette there. It's announced the same as a regular sprite, and then it even says sprite kind player down at the bottom there. So I'm just going to pick a sprite. You can draw one yourself. I'm just going to pick the duck sprite because I'm making like an Angry Birds type game, right? All right, so now I have just a duck in the corner of my screen there. Next, we're going to change the initial position of this sprite, because right now it's in the corner here, and I don't want it in the corner. I want it kind of in the center here. So to change the position of your dart is very simple. We're just going to type in the x coordinate and the y coordinate. So I did 10, 60, which should move it kind of in a little bit and up to the center of the screen, roughly. So perfect. Yeah, you can see X is a number and Y is a number. So there's our initial position for our dart right in the center of the screen. Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like to throw the dart now. So you'll see that in the darts toolbox, there is a throw my dart function. Okay, I'm just going to add that to the bottom of my screen. And if I click play, now you'll notice my duck launches from his starting position. In a parabolic fashion, right? Normally, when we launch projectiles, they would go straight across the screen, but the darts function will add like gravity effects to your dart. So it'll make it a little more realistic in that way. Okay, but I don't want to add that yet. What I do want to add is a darts trace path. So this is helpful because you can see the path the duck will take before launching. So I always like to add the tracer in there. It helps your user too, so they can see where the duck will go once they launch it. Again, in the darts toolbox, this time I'm going to add a control my dart with arrow keys. Now what this does is we can control the angle of my duck sprite using the navigation buttons. So you can kind of see there. Launch the angle a little higher, lower, you know, more powerful, less powerful, and it changes my projectile path every time I do that. So got a nice little tracer, got a nice little control option as well. You'll notice that the initial, my angle of launch is just like straight, it's like 0 angle. So if I want to start the launch angle a little higher, because no one wants to shoot straight down, right? We can change the initial angle with mydart.angle. And so we want to add 45 to our initial angle. So now what that does is the initial angle is 0. If I add 45 to the initial angle, it should be a little higher, which you can see there. So perfect. Okay, so there's no way to launch the duck yet. We can launch it right from the start, but wouldn't it be nice if we launched it by clicking the A button? So that's easy to add. Go to the controller toolbox, and we're going to run code on button event. I'm actually going to skip a line here. So now it says controller.a.onEvent, button pressed. So everything inside these curly brackets will go once I click the A button. So let's throw the dart when we click the A button, like so. Oops, try that again. Right, like that. So now my initial is 45 degrees. You can see my launch angle. If I click A, my A button, the duck should launch. Hooray! There we go. So that's how you add a simple extension to MakeCode Arcade. There's lots to play around with there, so go ahead and try it for yourself. See you later.